Welcome back to Factorio. Research is going very well, I'd say. I mean, it could be going like at least twice as good if we were making more of these, but it's alright. It's working. It's getting there. And it's getting to the artillery shell range upgrade here, which could be a whole time. We're gonna get in the Spidertron, ready to go where we need to go if things get out of hand. It's entirely possible that all of these artillery shells could make a big impact. With the range extended, they now can hit all the way out this way. So it's firing on just everything. Look at all these artillery shells. There's gonna be a lot more than we need to worry about. So, yeah. Everybody's getting firing out all the artillery shells. Quite a few in total. This is going to get everything back quite nicely. 48 things are fighting over there. Eventually, more things will get attacked. 45, 75, 137, 138, 150. It's gonna be waves of enemies too, probably. 190 things are fighting. 300 things are fighting. The warnings all over here. As long as nothing, doesn't seem like anything's getting damaged. Oh, some things are getting damaged. Right here. They're getting repaired. There was very large bases right here. So that's obviously a slight problem. Things are fighting still. Just, yes, everywhere. Some stuff's getting hurt over here. Just the edges here. Has the most problems when it's on a corner like this, so you can't all attack at the same time. There's a Wube, guys. They get into range and are just melted, basically. Alright. Oh, it looks like we cleaned that up. No real problems. A few things got damaged, but a few things got repaired. So, it's all good. We still have to take this down if we wanted to. Probably when we start moving some trains through there. That is the next thing we need to do here. First, let's get another research going here. We go for another range upgrade for another 8,000. Just getting wildly more here. Let's see. These are all 2,000, 2,500. Follow robot counts less. Get some mining productivity. The robot count is less. Kind of a waste, though. We don't really use the robots. Robot speed would also be nice, but that's 4,000. I don't think mining productivity is really the most important thing. Shooting speed, laser damage. Let's just go for the laser damage, I guess. And every time we do these upgrades, it gets more and more expensive. We quickly will be running out of cost-effective things to do. That's alright. As long as it keeps going, it'll keep going. How's the rocket sound they're doing over here? Got 3,000 more in here still. This has a satellite. Right, looking good. Okay. So we need to start working on train stuff, essentially. Want to see if we can't make a good train setup we can get in place everywhere. And for that, I'm still going to need some rails. By some I mean many. We're going to need more train stops eventually. And we'll need some rail signals, probably quite a few. Rail chain signal? Use the next signal in the path to allow better control of the trains. Oh, that's super necessary. Reads the next signals. The next signal will just be the signal. Defines the rail system into blocks, allowing multiple trains to run on the same network. Yeah, that's most of the goal here. Trains. Because currently, we have a whole bunch of single train networks, some of which cross each other and have basic signals. That's in the woods, can't really see it. That one doesn't have a... You get the idea. Anyways, we're gonna go and work on the new train stuff down in the new southern section here. That'll be a good place to work on it, experiment and stuff, and just generally make use of the new system. Let's have to cross the other rails first here. It's fine. Could use that stone mine now. There's no defense in there anymore. Let's find a nice open area down here to construct. That seems good enough. Let's clear out the trees here, just to have more space to play with here. And all the stuff just around on the ground here, too. There's a few bits. There you go. Robots are getting tired. Okay. Well, the main idea here is going to be making functional intersections where the trains can just go and have a great time. It really wants to be straight here. Okay. That's identical. Curve piece, curve piece, curve piece, curve piece. So we're working here. Curve, 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 curved. These are the larger curves. It's like a perfect circle. There's all the various different bends that exist. That. Then like that. Like that. Like that. It's basically what we did first time here too. It's just not exactly a circle, is the thing. That's okay. I think we can mostly say that's good. What's the idea? Oh. One straight piece here. Can we get rid of the one straight piece in the middle? Now we're thinking. Loop around to itself. Can go. There's a little bit of straightness there. It's got this weird loop it can do too. This seems to be the main shape it tries to make. We let it just go around like itself. Just have the movements. I don't think it's capable going from curve to curve here like that. Co. Autosave. Let's start with a straight bit. Here has an extra straight bit before it loops back around. Won't loop back in on itself too effectively. If that goes too far, it can't loop back in. So with that one, we can get rid of the middle piece there. It's trying to go back in itself, though. Every other side's gonna have. No, this one doesn't. Only have like the middle sides. It's very precise. Be a more perfect circle. How's that? Yep, still has the middle. Maybe it doesn't have the middle on the. It's got the middle on the outside part of the ring, it seems. This is kind of off from here now, though. I guess not. Just kind of looks off because of the way that it is. I have one up here. Look at the number of tracks that it uses. I'll tell you something. Can this connect to here? Possible. Perfect angle here. Just seems like the diagonals don't perfectly connect to each other. Up on the tops, it's just about right. It's definitely something. And we can't curve it in better than that, realistically. There needs to be like an in-between between these angles here. I think that's what we have to work with. Then off of here and go straight off. A little bit large. Could do it in closer to itself. Take up less space. A reasonable plan. I got rid of that. Now let's get rid of this too. We don't want the train taking up all the space. That'd be unnecessary. We'll just loop it off like that, off of that line. And a similar idea. Go further in here. Go further in, there'll be more space. No, not that way. I'm gonna go in from the in there. That's looking a little tight. That'd be bad enough, more than we can chew here. And these will get into the same location. Or I guess right beside each other. I don't know if we want them right beside each other. That seems a little bit close. It's possible the trains could work with that, but think just going from the large one, then it just goes in as far as it wants. Right here's too far, obviously. That's right in the middle. So it's got the farthest out it can do with the curve there. Let me put it in one more than that. Farthest out curve. And then in. And then we also need connections back the other way from all these. Doesn't look like it really can accomplish at that angle. I have to go further out, probably. Then minimum is here. Second one. No. Minimum curve. It's also trying to go further. Secondary. See if this will work from all the directions here. Minimum curve, secondary curve. Something like that. We need to use the inside curve here, or to keep things looking correct. I obviously want this to be all the same. We'll be able to test that when we get the blueprint done here. Minimum, secondary. It's lining up to there, it looks like. It's a little bit finicky. That's alright. Minimum, secondary. Okay. So I have a way for them to get in here, loop around, and go to other ones they want to go to. Kind of idea of having a lane one way and a lane the other way. So we have this go in this way. You can go this way. Loop around there, loop around there. All the way back around, be heading backwards. But it can't be going onto the other ones that are supposed to be going the other directions. I think it should be fine. If you want to keep one of the sides going one direction, one of the sides going the other. Probably technically don't need to. I think it probably would work better. Yeah, it's more simple. So that's good. Also allows us to put rail signals at the correct spots here. It's coming in this way. It's coming in this way. It's coming in this way, in this way, in this way, in this way. And then out this way, out this way, out this way, and out this way. Which should, in theory, split the circle here up into in it and out of it. Next question would be whether this would really work for longer trains. Maybe. There is potential for some deadlocks and stuff, which obviously not ideal. We can get away with it. As long as they don't have a huge number of trains on the network, they'll mostly just get things done. Shouldn't be too much of a concern. There's these. So, very, very basic intersection here. Let's it go the directions that I want it to be able to go. So rail, and there'll be a circle Perfect. Landmines are circles. That works. And they perfectly go on top of each other like that. Rotate it. Can't even tell. Yeah, that looks good. So that works. We also need some straight tracks of the correct distance between them. We can just place down and not have to worry about. These we can connect right into here. That'll work perfectly. Blueprint those. This will be tracks which are straight. So we can use the iron stick. Perfect. Now we have that. And the last one we need is some kind of turning system. Possibly 2 different turns. We've got this here. We can always just use this if we want to have that. I guess another question would be the 45-degree turns. If we want to start going horizontal on it. That's probably something we should be aware of. So, idea for that, going this way, we go least, middle, perhaps. This one, go from least, second least. One. That one's fine. This one. This one. Least. Second least. Yeah, having diagonals be an option. It's a reasonable idea. Least. Second. Here, we got least angle, second angle. I'll be cutting this down. Let's get the full thing in here. Here, least angle, secondary angle. Secondary. And least. There's so many different options for every amount of bend you want. But not infinite options or anything. That's very right. And this needs some rail signals. Coming in this way, out this way. So basically, it's all around the edges. Basically makes it work. Okay. Now we need to redesign some of this again. We're giving them one flat piece out past. We can connect stuff too. That should be good. So with this, you come in here, you could go out that way, or you could go out that way, or go out that way, or that way, or that way, or that way, or that way. If you're doing just a 45, you're going from here to here, like going all the way around and back out. That's a reasonable amount of distance to travel to turn that sharply. Otherwise, it's not particularly kind to such sharp turns. That's pretty good. Yeah, this gives us some more options. It also just looks pretty wild. In a lot of situations, we're not even going to have things going off in all these directions. But if we wanted to, it'd be very easy to just plug it right in. I think that is a good idea. Again, the main potential problem is going to be things that are trains that are too long to fit in here. Minimum distance is this, which is pretty short. So if it causes a whole bunch of traffic jams, we will worry about that. So get rid of this one. Not enough. And blueprint this. This is in a circle. The landmines hopefully are not indicative of what's going to happen when multiple trains end up in the same place and they all explode. The landmines are purely decorative, I assure you. Okay. So let's make the diagonal tracks here. Distance on those, place those in diagonals. Diagonal around this track too. That'll be fine. That about right? So much shorter. Or is it? Yes. Maybe? Diagonals. Perspective is definitely a thing here. Good enough. They'll just end up overlapping anyways, so that's fine. You're kind of in the way of that, though, so we need to expand it slightly still. Okay. If we put them off, roughly the same place, go a little further. I like that. Okay. Close enough. Blueprint. Diagonal tracks. I'll call that. One here looks diagonal. Iron stick was kind of diagonal. E-pipe is more flat in that direction. Could we put letters and stuff? It's also an option. Not really what I'm looking for. It would be plastic for diagonal. Good enough. And then there is just regular turns. We could just plop this in anywhere we need a turn. Would be a little bit excessive. Take up a little bit more space than just turning. Possibly. But also leave us options. If we want just a regular turn here, we need 90-degree turn. A 90-degree turn that's also equidistant. Or we could just pop down multiple of the circles. Turns here. Let's keep going that way. That's all good. And they don't tile infinitely like that. Yeah, this will get things where it needs to be. In theory. So yeah, all these. There's no rails along the main lines here. That's probably fine. Okay. That's a thought. That's an idea. And now the idea is getting into practice. Let's get the blueprint book out here. Put the things in here at the bottom. We could have multiple different blueprint books. That's alright. Pick up the rest of this stuff. It's gonna take a few things before we have enough together to even see if this works particularly well. We could try placing it into the stuff that's already going. I think it would probably be a better plan to try using it out here first. Let's see what we are working with. If we want to use it out here, we kind of need to not be crossing a bunch of stuff either. Perhaps we can place some smelteries right here. Have it going up into the base. It's probably the best bet. We'll copy an idea, copy this kind of idea here. What do we need the most of currently? Looks like copper. And iron would be good too. A lot of both. We'll take as much as we can get of everything here. Steel seems to be doing okay. That's good news. It seems like mostly just need a lot more copper and iron. Oh, where's our first kind of bet here? We got stone, iron, copper down this way. Yeah, it's alright. I don't particularly want to just drive over anything. Another thing we could think about is the bases structure here. Because currently it's set up for one train goes to one place, puts the stuff in, gets it going. If we're going to have multiple trains on the same network, we could try something else with that too. I think the first thing we need to worry about is smelters, though. And I guess if we need more iron, there is one more iron patch out here we could go put together. I think we should probably do that first. Using the old train network, just to get some more going in here. Well, let's do that right now. And think about how we want to have this set up over this side. We have our own southern smelting section with lines that come up into the base. Overall should work. So there are plenty of rails, got the train stops. Robots here to take out the stuff we don't need. There's a lot of copper coming in here, but a lot of copper getting used too. Especially because of the speed modules, which aren't doing a huge amount if they're all being used. Anyways. How's things doing over this way? The satellite is in here. The satellite is in here. It's going to launch with cargo when a satellite gets placed in there, so. This is backing up on processing units here, since it's not making another satellite. Once it does that, the processing units will be more available for making other things. So that's all lined up nicely. I think that might mean we've filled up an entire box of satellites over here. Not gonna worry about that right now. What I am gonna worry about is getting some mining drills. We're gonna go set up another mine here right now. No other copper out here. Just one more iron. I'm going to greatly goes into needing more copper. Copper, copper, iron, iron, iron up this way. Yeah. We just need more copper is the thing. Work with what we got, I guess. Yeah, not quite as many more useful nodes out this way. If we make enough iron, I'll be alright. Oh, let's see how much more copper we need. Just all of it. Mining drills. Electric mine drills. Let's get out a lot. Use up more mine drills than you think you will. That's alright. We're gonna need to set up a system here. It's gonna be at the top, I guess. Yeah, we got space for it. Okay. So a lot of this is a lot of this. Notice these stacks and stacks of guys. Pretty good. Okay. Blueprint book. We have 2 here. We only need 1. Line it up here. Then cross off the top one. All this extra. Just need to get all that hooked in there. And then we will fast belt in the rest of that. And here. Well, that'll be enough to get stuff going here. We just need to hook it up to there. I guess it's gonna be only a partial. So we currently have iron, 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 which is 1.5, 1.5, which is perfect. We have copper, 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 which is going into 3 copper lanes. Not quite right. It's alright. So 1 more iron here is not going to be able to do a full belt here. It's going to end up being a fast belt only. We're going to put express belt here. But then the problem becomes if enough iron's even getting in there for that. There's another iron here. If we expanded the walls out to here, we get a second iron here. Combine those together for a real iron here. Eh. Okay. So with the old system here, we just end up going. And if we cross things, we cross things. What's the minimum number of crossings we can do here? Right in between these. And then cross that at the end. I guess. Yeah, this is what we're trying to get away from here, obviously. If we cross further up there. Perfect. Then rail signals. All around. Good enough. Probably. As long as things don't crash into each other, then it's good enough. Where's the by? Yeah, this is not doing it anymore. Except for right now. Really, realistically, we'll want to swap out this entire system eventually. Maybe. See if we can get working down south first. Yeah, we'll have directions. These will work. Should be alright. We got kind of a parallel lines kind of thing going here, but it's gonna be parallel and also direction based. And this set it away. Another thing to worry about. Go this way. I like going at an angle at the end. At least it moves it all the way there. That's alright. Drag through here. Just across here, here. Here. More rail signals. At least trying. Yeah, see, if it's not perfectly across me, so it gets weird about it. So we need to fix that. Where are we at? Great spot to get hit by a train, that's where we're at. Clearly. There we go. That should be fine. Yeah, all these messy signals and stuff will be solved by just having everything just work. That's the dream. Here we are. We got let's see, out. There's the in. Right up here. Got this. Yeah, it's gonna need power, obviously. Trains are gonna be at the front, back. Just hook this up to itself with a train stop right here. Love this stuff. And since it's just one train, it doesn't need to get complicated. Hook between here and here. I'm agreeing. Singular train setups definitely have the simplicity bonus, which does have its benefits. But it's fine too. That. All across here. And deal with the cliffs. So one here is not being mined. There's space we need to make here. Like that, maybe? It's good to me. It's there. There you go. That should back to it. We are out of fast tracks here, though. We do have the express belts, but I don't think so. Hook up some power. Reasonable idea. Yeah, could still have that there. Yeah, we need to go back and get things connected here. Do we have a train on us? Of course we don't. Let's go back. There's some bugs on the island over there. It's pretty wild. Eventually, as the range increases, they'll eventually get got. It'll be alright. We stay on this track, we're safer, since there's no trains on it. On the copper. Already see it's taking the toll, using it up. Mm-hmm. Oil there, also good. Yeah, that is one of the things we've seen at the other side. When the mines start drying up, there's not enough ore coming through. So that is another benefit of having it more together. Because then it ends up not being a problem like that. As long as enough ore is getting here between the ones that are shared together, it all works out. Stuff coming? Stuff's coming. And also things will be coming to pick up all these logs. And we will need another smelting section here too. How much iron are we doing? We got this one going into eventually make steel. This one and this one. This one's coming from 2 down here, so that's also good. This is 2. We could technically split off half of one of these to go up and also become just probably just regular iron up here. That would actually fill it more appropriately, because currently these are really more than necessary here. We can do that. We'll get more iron going through too, which would be nice. Everything coming here? Yeah, continue coming to get the wood. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, I think just iron. Really could use areas with more copper. Work with what we got, obviously. We don't have all the smelted stuff here, so we'll worry about that later. Back up this way. We're on a train. We request a train. Bring me 1 locomotive. Just one's fine. And is on the way. Very convenient. Very cool. Probably just go and grab all the things we need for making another smelting section by actually going and getting it. Increased robot speed would be good too. That's getting expensive. It seems like we are continuing to drop down in amount of space science available. So eventually we're going to get to the point where we don't have more research we can do right now. That'll be something. So we have Iron Base 7 down there, so I guess this is going to be Iron Base 8. My goodness. Yeah, just go on the list here. Put down train. Gets fuel, which is great. Call all the way out here. Can't see it on the map. And click on it then. Love it. Outpost 8. Capital L. Apply. Get in train. What's the problem here? A radar. How many radars? Maybe a couple of radars here. Also place one out the mine, obviously. In here. Gas station. Iron base 8. Heavy condition. Empty cargo. Gas station. Outpost 8. Heavy condition. Full cargo. And away we go. The actual train commands are going to be the same in the better system. They go to the place, they go to the place. That should all work out, right? It's also entirely possible that the only reason that things are still working is that the trains just magically have not hit each other. Hopefully not. Could be. It's not like we have a huge amount of trains moving anyways, so if they're just doing their best, we wouldn't know. Up here. Clean up the rest of these extra sections here. This is looking alright. Looks like this should have everything mining. It's all covered. And here we got one that's really tiny. It's not even gonna really count as a section. We can just have that. Jump right on here, honestly. And there were 5. Kind of an awkward number. That's right. These 3 in the middle here are more. Split that. Those. Then that one. That. That one. There's a system here. It's a good system? Questionable. It's definitely a system. Here. And here. Everything just needs power. Edge. Iron for everybody. Power for everybody. Everything's powered. Looking good. What are those we use? A decent number of drills. Got the job done. At least. Okay. Yeah, really only need to go this far with this, as we've kind of discovered. Especially with all the speed modules going. This is alright. This'll work. This lane of iron here, coming down to get to here. And combine it with half of one of these. 6 and 7. 7's small. We should probably take half of 6s there. As long as it gets the job done. And that's the idea. It's flowing in here well enough. It's probably more even ways of getting all this. Eventually it all works. Until it doesn't. That's alright. Nice quick train ride back over here. I'll start filling everything up at once. Should be great. So from here, it's only 1. So we can take this down with only fast melts. things. Here. Let's go up at this angle. It's one full fast belt here. And then half of one from the other side. So we need more fast. After that's going to be express. So it'll be alright. Honestly, if we put the... Will it be able to fit? Might not quite be long enough in the middle to hit the middle. So I might actually end up needing the stuff here anyway. If we can get that connected, that'll be fine. It's going to be just a regular fast transport belt there anyways. Energy weapons are done. What else do we want? Shin speed, physical projectile, fire damage. That's always good. You got a little bit of a trek to get over here. It all works out. Okay. Everything's coming. If we placed down the blueprint here, and then can work on it. I think it goes something. Let me get the 3? Might be 3. I guess the wires lined up correctly. Which is kind of what we want. Then 3 more here. Then don't bother with these ones at the end. We're also playing back some of these inserters. Like a lot of these inserters just hanging out. We'll worry about the rest of the inserts on this one eventually. And then we can move the robot ports up top. Get those powered. Get the one in the middle out. All those things are connected. Put this in here correctly. There you go. Okay. So this is where it needs to come in. These trees in the way. Not anymore. Okay. Probably have that further away would be fine. That's alright. Looking in there. Full one here. Then half of one from all the way down here. Look how far we need to get the fuel moving too. It's pretty wild. So outpost 6 is the one we want. So we want base 6, which is the top one. Some of that. And go somewhere with that. Track in the forest here. Neat. is it going to be half? It's going to be half that and half here, but it's actually full of this. That's fine. The amounts will even out. So this is making iron. It's going over here. It's coming through this. It's making a bunch of iron. And realistically, this can go... stop there. Could get a more compact. Perfect. Perfect right here. Excessive. Got a little bit of space. There you go. And where do we want to put this? Where do we need to have more iron showing up? Pretty much anywhere, honestly. Full 1B a problem here? No, but not. Alright. Just go deep into the base here. Give it enough to work with. All this is just going to making gears here. Okay, in somewhere like that. Just need to get in there first. Let's get in there. Which side's it gonna be on? Right at the bottom. Let's get to the bottom. Let's get to the bottom of this. It's a little awkward. It came from the top. But that's okay. Rocking away. No thanks. That tree's right there. It's hilarious. Okay. You know what? Goodbye, cliff. We can totally do that. Totally worth it. Kind of goes over than this. And where's the map? We got a lot of ore and things coming down in here. Looping, being a thing. Here somewhere. Kind of look over here. This is where we want to be. Coming on down. Underground. Here. And this flow in here. Right here. Let's make that work. Here. Try this. Just make it all the way under this whole system. Yes, we can. Lovely. Okay. And then we want a system here. Goes I have a lot of space to work with right here. Best spot for this? Perhaps not. It just ends up just going. But fine either way. This needs to get hooked in here. Get going. Just more. Just more. All the sides. Everything's great. Is a full amount coming in here? Not exactly. Other sections where we've brought some in, we've hooked it to both sides and got it more evenly distributed. As long as more iron is showing up. That's all that really counts. Iron in here is getting kind of backed up, which is great. More iron is going out this way. Making more gears, which is making more of everything there. Iron is going further, using for all these things. Make more of this. Okay, definitely need copper. But that is going to be the responsibility of these coppers down in here. Another copper? Some stone, uranium. No. Here, here, here. And iron is here, here, here. Got some oil here and here. Uranium, coal, stone. But yeah. Setting up southern smelting over here. And trying to get the new trains system working how we want. Next time. Goodbye.